to Nemesis Subterra. Oh, I put Nemesis Subterra. Nah. Welcome to the Nemesis construction site. Well, I say construction site, I'm not actually there. Welcome to the Nemesis Inspeculation time. That's a bit better. So, where to start? So yesterday I finished on a high note, and I left you guys wondering. You've probably already seen it. I let you guys wonder what the Phalanx was releasing next. Now yesterday we were confirmed about the Nemesis track, that is black and has red veins, red veins on it, has been imported into Alton Towers Resort. Now this is the information we got yesterday from this attraction. So we have the Phalanx logo. I'll let you guys watch it for now. So, yeah, there you guys have it. So that information was released yesterday. No words, just text, and what seems to be some sort of like database text. So now I'm gonna inspeculate this video. It's not much to inspeculate because all it is a piece of track just getting imported into the park itself, Alton Towers. But there is some stuff we can look at, which is very, very odd to see on a really good advertisement. But yet again, it's good how they've spent their budget on this. But yet again, I also think it's a really bad idea in some places. But yeah, I will give my full report and my full speculation, on this. So we have it different this time. So from our previous video, it was just black, and now this time it's the Phalanx. But all this, like, I don't know, it's like art. It looks like paintball. Looks really cool. I do like that effect on the Phalanx logo. We have the red and we have the black background. The red's very not necessarily excessive to the ride's track at Nemesis, because the red's just holding as the veins as we know it for now. As we do know, the supports and the track is going to be black. We also know the black track is the tentacles of Nemesis. Yeah, we have the Phalanx logo. Now, it's not much we can, property of Phalanx HQ. Hang on. I'll come back to that in a minute. But that is very important. I mean, literally, that is the most important thing in this whole entire video. I've probably spotted the most weirdest thing. Anyways, so we have this car which was featured in the first video. We also have these pieces of track carried by the trucks, the 3 trucks, which were all, one truck, and I think it was that truck that was like seen in the first video. The other 3 trucks probably just tagged along. But yeah, it seems like they're carrying the first track that has been placed at the Nemesis construction site. So we hear the noise, and then it goes new track arrival. So it does confirm that it is the new track, and it does say affirmative. My best word. Stick me by that. That is literally my best word. When it says affirmative, it's a computerized way of saying it's been confirmed and you can't hold back. Now just aerials around the shot of this. You hear the sirens again. We now see also there's the Phalanx logo up there. Like, I don't know if you've probably seen it in a minute, but yeah, the Phalanx logo from a Scania truck, which is pretty cool. And I do like how they've got the headlights just around this area, because I know on normal motorways they probably don't have that. But presuming it's a really big track, really heavy, the crane that has to lift that piece of track so huge. I put it in my video twice. It does exceed height restrictions of tree restrictions in the park, which is really weird. But yeah, I do like what they've done with the cars to make it all themed. Again, another view. You see it going to Alton Towers Resort. Yes, we have the car. Now the Phalanx people in here, and then we've got the Phalanx logo on this car. Now, this car could be seen. This car could replace the old military weapons car that is seen outside of Nemesis Terra. There we are. Oh no! What did I just do? Oh boy! Oh no! No. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, did it just crash? No. Oh, it just crashed. No, wait, yes, no, it hasn't crashed. So, we can also see different people this time. So we know that before they had orange suits on. Now they've got white suits on, which is pretty weird as the scientists of the Phalanx. Now, as we also know, this car here is the only car that does not feature the Phalanx logo at the top. The others do, and this is the only Mercedes truck, and that's probably because of budget and all, but you know. And these are the best of Scania, all that. And then we have the 3 Phalanx team. We also know that one is outside of the Nemesis Terra building, which is the green building next door to Nemesis. So, could we see Nemesis Terra coming back? Presuming this car has the Nemesis logo and the rest of the cars do, we definitely can see it coming back. But I will tell you why in a minute. That supports my point. The flashing lights. And then we get a really good look at this track. So we've got some red there, which is pretty cool. I like that red, actually. I just hope, like people have said, I just hope that Alton Towers keep really good take really good care of this ride and perform some tower loving care. So yeah, we have some really weird track supports, which are like, yeah, really weird. This is probably for the tentacles, which were this is the track here, just, you know, the tracks in foil. It looks like it's in foil. And then we have the supports, which are quite dented and quite cool at the same time, because the redness on here, and then we've got like the black paint, which is really furnished. And yeah, and then we then have the same team that's wearing the gas masks. Phalanx logo on the side of each. And yeah, we do know that they're also on the car park. So, that was the last teaser, and that was the last official announcement from the Phalanx team regarding Nemesis. Now, can we see Nemesis Subterra? Yes, this is what the whole video is about. Nemesis Subterra coming back. So, as we know, the Nemesis Subterra site has been sitting there for at least 8 years, with its drop-down tower being functional. Well, not functional, but inside the building, so it's actively there. We also know this building in 2016 was used for Project 42, a scare maze. Subspecies was in 2015. But apart from that, we haven't heard anything from it. So since the Smiler crash, they closed Nemesis Subterra. It's just been a building. So by saying that, there has been some new work and new development on the site of the Nemesis Subterra building. We know that construction has taken place around this building to fulfill the queue line and also make this new viewing platform. Now, this viewing platform overlooks Nemesis construction site. They do say, Alton Towers do say that nothing weird or not normal is going on the site of Nemesis, and they said they'll keep us updated if it does. So, by saying that, we go back to the Phalanx. Now, the original. So we go back to Nemesis and the Phalanx. So, Nemesis Subterra brought in the appearance of Phalanx. The Phalanx were a team of observatives, and they, what they did is they mined underground because they found a uncommon signal. Hence why in the building, when you do go in, which I did explain in my last part 1 of Nemesis, that you go into an elevator because it feels like you're going down. It also tells you that the Phalanx miners were mining the caves and they came across an egg. Now they called this egg Nemesis, and it has been sealed up. Reminds me of another ride I know, which is still sealed up. Now, by saying this, the Nemesis egg was then appeared to the public in the ride, and it was appeared in the middle of 4 coordinates. Well, 4 sides. It was just in the middle of a cube, and around on the sides of this cube was a drop-down tower each. So it fits a capacity of at least 400 people. I'm probably incorrect. Around 100 people or less. Nah, probably 80, 50, 50 people. I'd say that. Don't hold me to that. So yeah, so that whole idea of Nemesis Subterra is you go into this building, you learn the backstory of Nemesis before you actually go on the ride. Well, that's not the case anymore. Unfortunately, if Nemesis Subterra does open, it will be knowing the Nemesis Subterra story, and we're not actually getting to ride the ride, even though it's like in pieces. Yeah, no, that's just a really good way to go. But if they have to do it if Alton Towers have to do it to increase population and increase popularity of the park and the area Forbidden Valley, then it would work. It would also make aware of what people has missed over the 30 years of Nemesis being over 30 years of Nemesis being open, and it also hypes up the trend of Nemesis being back to its normal self. Now, yet again, we do not know if Nemesis will be the exact same layout as it was before. We've had no confirmation that John Bordy's been involved with this, but yet again, if it is the same layout, John Bordy wouldn't be involved with this because, well, I mean, it's the same layout what he created like 30 years ago. So yeah, now what do you think the future of Nemesis would be? It's getting retracked, as we do know. A black and red track is quite cool. The station's still white, but we do know that inside the station, the track has been painted black. We picked that up the last time we went to Alton Towers for the Smilers Scarefest, which I have put on my Instagram insights, and I will try and make a YouTube video of it. But yeah, they kind of gave it away. They kind of destroyed the hype when you go on Galactica and you go into that lift hill, and then you realise if you look to the left, you look at the Nemesis station and you've got a black track, and you clearly know that it was white before. So you know it kind of spoils the trend. They should have painted the station last before they hyped up the trend. But I think they've realised that people have realised that Nemesis's track in the station has been black. But yeah, what do you think your thoughts are on Nemesis Subterra returning this year? Could it be a scare maze? Now, I'd love it to be a scare maze because it would get people into the park by paying, but also it would get people talking about Nemesis, and it would be very unique because not everyone could go in because, you know, it's paid. Not everyone could pay for it, and if it is a free attraction, then it wouldn't be so special. Whereas if it's coming from another person who hasn't been in the ride, then I'd say if they had the money for that, they could use it for Towers Love and Care and, you know, redo the Smiler, or at least inspeculate the ride Nemesis and keep it up to date with the colour scheme and don't let it rot. Please don't let it rot. Such a good ride, and you let it, like they let it do that last time, and then, you know, look where it is now, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so, your thoughts on Nemesis Terra reopening, and what are your thoughts on the new track being black? Also, I will keep you updated on upcoming news. So yeah, thank you guys for joining.